Welcome to another episode of What the Buddy and Kreese. We're your hosts. I'm Buddy.
And I'm Kreese. Sorry, I'm making hands gestures at him. He's like, what the hell are you doing?
What the Buddy and Kreese is going on here? All right, we got another exciting one today. We got our guest is back with us.
Angie, my CEO.
Yep, Life CEO.
Yeah, say hi.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me back.
Of course.
No,
I'm not stupid. Happy wife, happy life.
Right.
Kreese is not a dumb one.
That's right. Kreese is not a dumb one.
All right, darling. You know, we're on the road. Well, let me ask you this, buddy.
Yeah.
Sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is?
I know of it now, yes.
Okay.
Did not before.
Well,
I'm not going to tell a lie.
fair
I
enough.
didn't chop down a cherry tree. Let's go.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Sleep paralysis.
It's
yeah.
fruit. I like it. It's
Right,
good.
right.
Don't waste food.
Yeah.
So-
Sleep paralysis is a phenomenon that a lot of people experience. Angie has had an experience, a couple of experiences with it. She's going to tell us all about it, and I'm going to listen intently. Go ahead.
I hope so. So my first experience was back in 2009 when we stayed at this hotel, or haunted, quote unquote, haunted hotel in Prescott.
Okay.
So, of course, we lay down, we go to sleep, and sometime during the night, I wake up
Okay.
and I can't move.
Oh.
I'm trying to nudge Chris. I'm trying to nudge. You know, I'm trying to say his name. I'm thinking, I'm like, I can tell I'm not moving,
Right.
but I'm like trying to say Chris, and I can't.
Okay.
So I'm like, and I keep trying to move my arm to nudge him in the back.
Right.
So finally, I start praying.
Okay.
And I say get back about halfway through the Our Father before I was able to move, and then I just start nudging him like crazy.
Right.
And he wakes up. He's like, what's going on? I'm like,
Now, I'm excited here because, you know, this is a haunted hotel room, right? I thought doors were flying open, things were going across the
Right.
room. I thought maybe I was lifted off the bed and then back on. You know, I didn't know what was
Right.
going on.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So I tell him what happened and how I can't move and everything. And so we ended up staying awake after that. At least I did. You know?
Yeah, it was like
Right.
from
Yeah,
3
you're not getting no
a.m.
sleep after
Light
that.
was,
Yeah.
light was on, TV, somebody was watching TV.
Yeah.
It
You're
wasn't
contemplating
me.
packing the bags and getting in the car and heading back for the valley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but we did bring, you know, this around the time of Ghost Hunters when they just started their show, I think.
Yeah, it's been out a
Right.
few
Or maybe
years
a
now.
year or
A
two,
couple
yeah.
years now,
Sure.
yeah.
So,
Relatively new.
being that we're going to a haunted place, we got a camera, we set everything up.
Right.
Didn't really we didn't capture anything other than the camera moving here and there
Right.
without us moving it, because we're asleep. You can hear us sleeping.
Yeah, well, now also understand. Got to give them a little background about the building. Now, this hotel was built back in 1890. You know, and right before the 1900s.
Sure.
So, and it's, you know, this is an old mine town. I mean, Prescott was Arizona's capital way
Right.
back when at
For many
the
years.
start of the state, and when it was a territory and then became a state. So, you know, a lot of the stories were the closet door would open up,
Yes.
things would get moved, people would be touched, and whatnot. So that's why we brought a camera and we set it up. And, you know, we thought we were doing good with the video footage that we got, where the camera is on, and we haven't aimed at the door because I'm waiting for the
closet
door to go open and
Okay.
close.
Yeah.
So I have it on the nightstand next to us, and it's solid. It's not rattling. A car, you know, cars and trucks were driving by on the road all night long. You know, early evening, throughout the evening. And so it wasn't like a vibration from the cars on the road that caused, you know,
Right.
because it's an old building and it shakes and all that. So
No
none of that.
trains nearby.
Yeah,
no
no
seismic
trains,
activity.
Exactly, none of that.
reported.
So,
Okay.
and I'm not going to play the audio for you, and the reason being is I was snoring loudly,
Right.
and I'm going to get kicked by my wife here also, Angie. She was snoring too, and you can clearly hear that on the camera.
Harmonic
But you see-
snoring.
Correct. But you see, and we don't snore that loud. That causes seismic activity to make the camera move. But in the camera, you see the camera literally not just like move a little. I mean, it moved. It totally
A substantial
rotated and
amount,
moved, and then
okay.
came back.
All right.
So, and you know, again, it's a little camcorder. It was a couple $100 if even that. It wasn't anything fancy where it's got all these corrected zooms and nothing. It was just a camera.
Right. Image stabilization.
Correct. So you know that was the video evidence we have.
Right.
But then Angie's experience right there took us to a whole new level that we didn't expect.
Right. Yeah.
Tell them about when we checked out. The book downstairs.
Oh, so there's a book that everybody writes their experiences.
Oh, awesome.
So, and everybody had,
all right.
a few people had similar experiences.
So this is one of the few hotels in the downtown Prescott area that advertises haunted experience.
Correct.
So it's not a hotel that you also had a haunted experience at. It's one that you kind of went in anticipating that there is a potential for a haunted a paranormal experience.
Yeah. Now, Ange, how far back did the entries go in that book?
Oh, I don't remember.
From what I recall, it went back several years, at least a couple decades.
Wow.
You know, because this was 2009, and I saw entries from the early 90s and the 80s in it.
Wow.
I remember that specifically.
That'd be an awesome book to take a look at.
Correct.
Peruse.
So it gave validity to other people's experience. And this book isn't the whole hotel. This book was specifically for this one room.
Oh, wow.
That they rent out.
Okay. So you were in the haunted room.
Yes.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, and we requested it because, again, it wasn't...
You wanted that experience.
Correct.
You went there for that.
You're right. And this hotel wasn't one of those that... All the research we did on it showed that this is legit activity taking place at this hotel.
Okay.
It isn't somebody, you know, the owners of the hotel and the management staff they have things rigged up to seem like to give the people experience.
Fishing line.
Yeah, they're not false experiences.
Okay.
They're not, you know, circus and carnival type games that they were playing in there with it.
Cool.
You know, all the research showed that this was legit.
Legit. Okay.
You know, and then Angie's experience with the paralysis that evening and not being able to move, and then the video evidence on the camera of the camera moving on its own when you clearly know it's not us.
Yeah.
And I never had that type of experience before.
Okay, this was your first.
That was my very first
experience
time
with sleep paralysis.
And I haven't had one since until last year, about fall, winter of last year.
Before you tell that story, my dear, let me ask you this so the audience knows, and anybody knows, because he doesn't even know. This is the first time he's hearing this story, ladies and gentlemen. We have all these surprises for him.
Yes.
You know, all these years that he's been hanging out with us, he just thinks everything's cool. He doesn't understand that we're making him stand in certain locations in the house when he visits. Oh no, here's your chair, buddy. Sit here. So, so was that your first time staying in a haunted hotel?
Yes.
Okay.
And let me ask you this: have you, since that experience and that stay, have you stayed in a haunted hotel since?
No. Not by choice.
And that was back in 2009, right?
Correct.
And what year is it?
2020.
Okay. Needless to say, that's kind of made up her mind regarding haunted hotels.
Yes.
Right.
So, tell them about your latest experience.
So again, the second one was last year, about fall, winter, and I'm sleeping. I'm the type that sleep on my back.
Okay.
So I'm laying on my back.
Yeah, lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel something grab my ankle.
Okay.
It wasn't me. I was sleeping.
Right.
And kind of nudged him a little. I'm like, nope. I'm ignoring this. I'm not going to give it any attention.
Right.
I'm just going to I'm going to go back to sleep.
Right.
So I felt another nudge. And then I feel like my legs, like they pick up my legs.
Wow.
So I'm like, what the heck? I was like, and again, I'm like, I'm not giving this attention. Nope. Until, to me, it felt like when they grabbed my leg, they turned it to a 45-degree angle. And it felt like they were lifting them up even more.
Wow.
And that's when I woke up, because I'm like, what the frick is this?
Yeah.
But when I woke up, my legs were straight and on the bed.
Okay.
So I was confused by, why am I feeling my legs being lifted up? Why did I feel my leg, like my body turn, or my legs turn to a 45-degree angle? I'm like, this doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
So I try to move and I can't move.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'm trying not to freak out, but my heart's rate starting to raise. I'm starting to panic a little. So I turn to prayer again, but this time I pray to Archangel Michael, and again I only say Archangel Michael, and then all of a sudden I'm able to move.
Oh, okay.
So.
Right.
And again, I wake up Chris.
Right.
Because I'm freaked out.
Elbow Chris.
Now, did I get up and go check the house to make sure nobody was in the house?
No, not this time.
Yeah, I was tired, so I wanted to make sure.
Right.
So.
And just to elaborate a little bit, it's okay. So you're laying on your back, and you have this experience, and you feel like your legs are being lifted, but when you wake up, you're still laying on your back.
Yes.
Your legs are in the position that they were in when you laid down or last rolled or whatever, and the covers are not off of you or nothing like that.
I'm underneath the covers.
Okay, you're still underneath the covers. Everything looks copacetic.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Wow. Yeah, that's an interesting story.
It is.
And I haven't had an experience since then.
Okay, so it's been a year since.
Yes.
Are you having withdrawals? Would you
no,
another one? Okay,
no, I don't.
So this is a legit.
No, but that's a good question to ask. Were you having withdrawals or anything of that nature? Because what did you just recently start when you had that?
Reiki.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right.
I started seeing our Reiki healer.
Okay.
Shout out to Karina. Love our Reiki healer.
Yes.
That's right.
I think
Never met her, but I'm
by
sure.
this point, it was probably, excuse me, 6 months, 9 months since we've been seeing her.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the release of energy could have very well been
the
a
opening
manifestation
up of chakra and addressing energy issues and yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's good. It's good to have those experiences. A lot of people that might be listening to this might be afraid of those kind of things. I mean, you obviously aren't eager to have another one.
No, I'm not.
But now being a veteran of sleep paralysis.
Well, yeah, and that's a good way of putting it because you know.
No, it is because the first time, like when it happened to me, I was a lot more afraid.
Okay, sure.
And
Younger too.
And
don't have as many experiences you've
and
had.
she wasn't participating in Reiki.
Right.
At that time.
Yeah, so
Correct.
right.
You
So
know,
we can't
it didn't have
not
much
that we're trying
knowledge
to blame
about
it on anything, but we can't say it was Reiki both times because you weren't
Well, and she didn't have the skill
involved
set
with
to
it. Yeah, exactly.
or the knowledge to deal with it.
Right.
Would you agree with that, Darla?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
And then when the second time happened, it's like, okay, let's not. Yeah, I started to freak out, but it's like, no, let's turn to prayer.
Right.
Because this is what happened the last time.
There you go. Yeah.
And
Or
that's
what
what's-
helped the last time.
Yeah,
Sure.
and that's what's fabulous about Reiki is the fact that it besides giving you knowledge about your spiritual self, your energies, your chakras and whatnot, you learn skill sets. You learn how to use your energy
Unlock
to protect
things
yourself.
that- yeah.
Yes, and unlocking things and
Right.
opening up your third eye, for example.
Yes.
Just a wide variety of things. And I can't stress the importance of Reiki to everyone out there. That
Right.
open your mind and learn about it.
Yeah.
Because when these things do happen, such as sleep paralysis or shadow people or paranormal activities that may take place in your home or wherever you may be at, you're better equipped to deal with it, and you won't necessarily what I call freaking out.
Right.
About what's taking place because
Yeah.
negativity will feed on your freak out.
Sure.
Because
And
you're
it could
producing negative
manifest
energy.
worse.
Correct. And you
Case
won't be able to
scenarios.
protect yourself and get out of that situation.
Right.
Because no matter what we do in this world, there is negative energy out there. There is negative
Absolutely.
spiritual world out there. Some people call it the devil. Some people call it demonic. It depends on just there's a variety of things out there. And
Right.
I'm traveling myself. I'm in the process of learning more with Reiki
Yes.
and
You're on a
experiences.
spiritual journey.
And
yes.
and it's helped me out tremendously.
Right.
And it continues. So again, shout out to Karina.
Yeah.
And see you soon. So I don't know what you think on that.
No,
my dear.
I agree because I've seen on social media other people share some of their experience, and their experience is a little bit more darker. Where
Okay.
I was fortunate where it wasn't like that.
Yeah.
Sure, you bet.
Yeah, you were mentioning some of the on the it's a group on social media that you
Just various people
just
that I
various
follow.
people, but
yeah.
but they'll see shadow figures.
Yes, in the corner.
Yeah.
One girl was talking about how entity, I guess you can say, was like laying next to her or like had their head on.
Right. Yeah.
On
That. Yeah. I would not be opposed to having a sleep paralysis, but if I wake up and there's something next to me besides my wife, we got problems. Like, you know.
So what you're saying is I shouldn't plan my joke that I have planned.
Right. Yeah.
So
you probably
we'll let that one go.
Maybe
Then. I
don't
won't
wanna,
freak you out too much.
Maybe
on that
don't
one. Yeah.
do that one. Yeah.
So, but you know, I think also that what helps, darling, is your energy. You've learned so much through Reiki and
Yes.
your chakras and your third eye and your experiences. Your energy is very, very powerful.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Sure.
I think that also helps too, and that helps based on your religious beliefs, based on your spiritual beliefs, your participation in the Reiki.
Yes.
I think all of that plays a huge role. I mean,
Yes.
Lord knows we've spent a ton of money on crystals and everything else, and protection stones and whatnot,
And you should.
and we should, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
For us, our experience, ladies and gentlemen, whether you believe in
Yes.
all that or whatnot, for us, it has made a huge difference in our
Yeah.
lives.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
good times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's more of the kind of stuff that we're just gonna just keep plugging away at. If anybody has any experiences they want to share, sleep paralysis. I mean, you might be able to think you can explain it away as some kind of a medical thing, or
Which not to put that aside, it could be
right.
medical.
It
could be
very well
legit
be.
medical.
It could be legit.
But leave your mind open that it is something from the spiritual
Yeah.
realm that is
and
causing an effect.
embrace it as as long as it doesn't turn for the worse. Embrace it as maybe somebody saying hey, or
And don't be afraid to talk to somebody about it. Obviously,
Definitely.
you'll have the naysayers and the doubters out
Yes.
there,
Right.
but there's enough of us out there that we do believe you. We've seen it, we've experienced it,
Yes.
and in all the years of from my personal life to my adult working life, I've seen a wide range of things. You guys know from the show several things that I've experienced and seen. So I don't question.
right.
The questions I ask is to gain the knowledge with you. I don't question anything else as to what happened. I will believe you. We believe you, and there are other people out there that do believe you.
That is right.
So
You're not
don't be
alone.
afraid.
Yep. All right. So that's probably going to do it for us for this episode. Got anything to add to it?
Angie, thank you for joining us
Yes.
for a
Well, thank you for
second
having me
episode.
again.
Oh,
Yes.
we'll bring you back.
Oh, yeah.
Happy wife, happy life.
That's
Anytime
right.
you want to come share, you're always welcome. So, but
I'm good. I think, I'm set. Please feel free to drop us a email at wtbnk@gmail.com. Check us out on all the, not all the social, I say that every time.
I know, Twitter,
The social,
Instagram,
Facebook, or Twittergram, or whatever. At WTBNK. And for those of you listening, I'm going to try to con Kreese and Angie into maybe putting that video footage on Facebook. Not maybe
Do
not
we still
Facebook,
have it?
Instagram.
I don't know if we still have it.
we'll let's see if we still have it.
Yeah.
You won't have audio though.
Yeah, that's right. We're gonna cut
My
out the audio.
snoring is very bad.
Here, I'll give you a recap of the audio. It'll be
That's exactly what. But double that because Angie was snoring too.
Angie, join in.
Oh no.
All right. This has been a Loyal Family Productions and Entertainment joint.